Radio and ChristianLifers.com.
Hello, 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 hello. I am Dr. Vanessa McCoy Owens, and welcome to Table Talk with Dr. V. I'd like for you to join in, get your friends, your relatives, and tell them that this is going to be the highlight of the day. We will be talking about peace. Yes, we are bringing you 40 days of peace, hashtag one day at a time. Get your friends and let us hear from you. Our first song, Celebrate Life. How are you doing? Oh my, okay, that's right. We're celebrating life. It's golden. Life is golden. Yes. We are celebrating life. That's what we do here at Dr. V's Table Talk. We celebrate life. And I want you to join in with us and continue to have a great day. Yeah. We're about making change. Yes. We're building communities and leaders through education, empowerment for today's complex and diverse world. We are celebrating life. We choose life and that more abundantly. Yes. Let us know where you're tuning in from so that we can give you a shout out. We guarantee that this will be a podcast like none other. Wow. Celebrate life. One day at a time. The present. Yesterday is gone, tomorrow isn't promised, but we're here and now. What can we do to make a difference? How can I make life better for the next person? How can I express an act of kindness? How can I walk in peace? How can I live peaceably with all men? An act of kindness. Random. Yes. Yes. Celebrate life. I'm just going to celebrate life. And how are we going to celebrate life? One day at a time. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yes, this is Dr. V, Table Talk. And we are expressing love and joy through 40 days of peace, hashtag one day at a time. What is peace? A whole bunch of folk have given us a whole bunch of definitions, but let me tell you what Webster's dictionary has to say their meaning of peace is. Yep, this is what they're saying peace is. It is to live harmoniously in a tranquil setting, in silence, and being able to get along with everybody, or at least somebody. So how can we do that? Eleanor Roosevelt said, "It isn't enough to talk about peace. One must believe it. And it isn't enough to believe in it. One must work at it." How about that? It isn't an overnight success, but it is an obtainable goal because we can do it by rendering acts of kindness one day at a time, one act at a time, one act of kindness at a time. Please, thank you, excuse me, have a great day, I'm sorry, forgive me. Acts of kindness, words of kindness, one word. The ancient script says that a kind word will turn away wrath. So what can we do with that? But I wasn't wrong. It doesn't matter who was wrong. Let us all live one day at a time and peaceably. It's okay that I didn't get it my way. I didn't have to have the last word. And it's okay if you didn't understand it. But would you please forgive me? Would you excuse me? Would you allow me to make it up to you? One act of kindness, one random act of kindness a day. If we just consider, we didn't have to go the whole day because that would be almost impossible for some of us because we're learning, but we can commit to one act today. One of our leaders in the past said that, Dr. King said that everybody can be great because everybody can serve. Everybody can be great because everybody can serve. Well, what does that mean? Whether it's a cup of tea, whether it's opening a door, whether it's saying, excuse me, whether it's getting into the back of the line, whether it's allowing someone to come in off of the exit on the highway, that's your serving. When you esteem someone higher than yourself, when you allow someone to go in above you, that's serving. Dr. King said, everybody can be great because everybody can serve. You don't have to be a king to be great. You don't have to have a notoriety to be great. You don't have to be a noble person to be great, but everybody can share and serve in kindness. Everybody can be great. One day at a time, one act of kindness at a time. Woo.
Amen.
Yes. You remember our President John F. Kennedy said, ask not what our country can do for us, but ask what we can do for our country. What can I do to celebrate life? What can I do to make life better? What can I do to make it better for someone else? What can I do to show acts of kindness? What is it I can do to make a difference? Mother Teresa said, a smile is peace. One smile. And then she said, if you really want peace, go home and love the people that you live with. That's where it begins. Peace begins at home. Whether you have a cat or any type of animal, or you have loved ones, you nurture them and you breathe on them life and you celebrate with them peace and you're kind to them and they'll show you the kindness back. Kindness is a learned behavior. We didn't automatically wake up and know to do it, but we do know as we're taught how to be kind and how to share kindness and how to extend our hands and how to give a cool drink of water, a cup of tea, how to give a smile on purpose. One of the ladies in the head of our intercessory group at my church has began a slogan, and I'm going to hashtag it. I'm going to use it. She says, smile on purpose. At the end of every service, she says, smile on purpose. And I think we ought to do that. And it is really baffling to people when you drive down the highway and you're at a stop sign and the people glance over at you and you smile at them, and they look around to see who you're smiling at, not realizing that they're the only person in the car, but you're smiling at them on purpose. And it matters. It matters. How can we make this world a better place? By random acts of kindness and working towards living peaceably with all men. Random acts. Please excuse me. Have a great day. I'm sorry. Did I offend you? I take it back. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I really didn't. I'm sorry. Have a great day. Can I carry that for you? May I help you? May I help you with your groceries? May I hold the door for you? Random acts of kindness. I remember hearing the story of the young man, one of the young men, one of the survivors that jumped off of the Golden Gate Bridge. And he said he had a challenging day. And, he had difficulties, but he had a challenging day. And he caught the bus. He got on the bus, and his plan was to go and to attempt to commit suicide. But he said to himself, if just one person would say something to me, something kind to me, something nice to me, ask me how I'm doing, any of that, I won't do it. And he said for about a good 45-minute ride, nobody said anything kind to him. And he was acting out, but he was acting out of need. Somebody see me, see me, help me. And no one saw him help him. And so when he got to the scenic site to see the bridge, he got up there and he jumped off. Because no one paid attention to his disparity. He wanted someone to say, good morning. Have a great day. Is there anything I can do? And I know we're very cautious today. We're careful and cautious. But a smile won't cost you anything. Mother Teresa said a smile means peace. And a smile is peace. I believe that we have it within us to change the world. Oh, I'm not talking about the millions and the billions of people that are walking, but I'm talking about change the world in our community, in our space, in our homes, in our synagogues, in our churches. Change in our community centers, in our schools. But you don't know, it doesn't matter. Change, because you're the change agent. Remember, 40 days of peace. 40 days of peace. Hashtag one day at a time. We can do this. From today until the next 39 days, we're going to choose to walk in peace. We're going to choose to make decisions that will change the lives of people around us and that will change us. Decisions that will cause people to have a second thought. Decisions, acts of kindness. Take a deep breath if you're angry and wait to speak more peaceably today. Compliment at least 2 people today. Say thank you at least 2 times today. Forgive somebody today. Oh, that one is deep. But you don't know what they did, forgive them. But you don't know how they hurt me, forgive them. Release it, because it's hurting you. It's keeping you in bondage. Yes, 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 yes. Let's take a break. And when we come back, I will tell you about myself and what this show is all about. Next song, Able by Maurice Rogers.
Ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor. Everybody, the song says, "My God said, to do the impossible." all that we ask and think, according to the power that worketh in me. You say,
Okay.
the God we serve is simply incredible. There is nobody greater than our God. To him be all the glory. To him be all the praise. Let's go, let's go. Say he is. Nothing. No God is just he is able. Say it. Nothing is impossible. Oh my God. Say oh. Hey. He is. Nothing's impossible. No God is just he is able. Say nothing's impossible. If you believe it, then say oh. Oh. Straight up. Say God is just he is able. Let's go. Say able, able, able. He's able. Yeah. Take it up. Say he's able, Got you Let's have it. He's able. My God, you do the impossible. This is mine.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to Table Talk with Dr. V. My God is able. Well, let me just share a little about me. Why Table Talk with Dr. V? Why 40 Days of Peace? Hashtag one day at a time. Well, I've not always been able. I've not always been capable of walking in this freedom of peace. You see, I understand that your peace can be disturbed at an early age. And my peace was disturbed at an early age. Growing up, I was raised in a Christian home. I had Christian parents. I had Christian siblings. And we lived a stone's throw away from the church right next door. We were what they called church babies. We went to church every day and almost every night. It seemed like if it was an ushers meeting, a deacons meeting, a missionaries meeting, a Sunday school meeting, a church meeting, we were there. And we loved it. We didn't know any other life. It was good for us. But my peace was disturbed And at the age of 12, I had a life-changing event, something that could have totally destroyed me. My grandfather and I were not on good terms. We did not get along together. There was a mutual dislike. I can't say that I hated him, but my actions would probably have proven differently. October the 23rd, 64. I was getting ready to leave the house. I was 12 years old, and my grandfather came in and he attacked me. And never having heard my parents cuss, never having heard my parents or seen them argue, we'd never seen any of that. In fact, arguing wasn't allowed in our house, and my siblings and I never fought. Mother wouldn't allow it. But that night, something rose up on the inside of me, a fierce force, a ferocious force that caused me to tell my grandfather, if he came any closer, that I would take the chair that I was sitting in and I would beat him to death. I was 12 years old. I had not been exposed to any other life other than the life at home. But I had grown tired of being mistreated. I had grown tired of being treated differently. And my only rebellion, my only way out, I thought that night was to kill him. Yeah. Little old 12-year-old Sister Vanessa. I wasn't even a sister then. But my sister, Estella, was in the house. And she was fixing my hair because I had to go to court the next day. And I asked her to put the pullers down because she got nervous. The tension was so strong in the room. She knew something was going to happen. And she said, "Sit down, Van." And if hadn't she said, "Sit down, Van," I'm sure that life would have been a lot different for me from then until today. But as I grew up and I was able to identify what had stolen my peace, I was able to identify what had caused me. One of the procuring causes for me veering off the path, I saw that I was angry. I had been mistreated. I had been lied on. I had been made to look like I was the worst child of all the children. And in all actuality, it was my grandfather. But I would carry that rage around with me from the age of 12 until right around 21. And it wasn't until I learned to forgive my grandfather for all of the mean, unseen things that he had done to me. It wasn't until 21 that I knew on purpose that I had to choose life. And I chose to ask him to forgive me, and I chose to forgive him. I chose to forgive him, and I asked him to forgive me. And from the age of 21 until today, I recognize the absence of peace is disharmony, it's turmoil, it's frustration, it's confusion. And your peace can be disturbed at any age. I recognized at the age of 12 that something was wrong. I had been wronged. And I carried the rage in me until the age of 21. And I had a choice. I had a choice, and the choice was to either forgive him or walk around with what he had done to me for the rest of my life. And I chose to forgive him. And upon me choosing to forgive him, I was able to walk away from that bondage, from that jail, that prison, a free woman. And I recognize today in the lives of a whole lot of people, I recognize that if you don't have peace, you don't have power. If you don't have peace, you're walking in confusion. You walk in lack. You can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have peace, it doesn't profit you anything. The ancient script says, what does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? A lot of us have lost place because somebody done us wrong. Somebody did something to us and they didn't say they were sorry. And sometimes things are so buried deep in us that we don't even realize, where did it happen? When did it happen? How did I lose it? I was an innocent child, but my peace was disturbed. Today, I've pledged my allegiance to set the captives free. And I am determined to tell the whole world, for everybody that'll listen, that all you've got to do is work one act of kindness at a time. But you don't know what they did to me. It doesn't matter. What are you doing to you? But you don't know how long it will. It doesn't matter. But today, I speak peace. You can have the peace that you've heard about, but only you can walk in that peace. And every day it isn't an easy task, but you can tell somebody, have a great day. You can say to somebody, may I help you? You can call 5 people that you've not talked to in the last 4 or 5 years and say, hey, I was thinking about you. That's an act of kindness. And you'd be surprised as to what your random acts of kindness will do in the lives of other people. You know, when you called me the other day, I was at the bottom. I was at the end. I didn't know where to go, but you just called me out the blue. I purposed in my heart to call that person. I purposed in my heart just to say hello, how you're doing. These are random acts of kindness. Say thank you. When you're going to the grocery store, when the cashier gives you your money back, say thank you. And smile on purpose. It matters. It does, because it matters to me. And as that I know of as of today, I don't walk around with any ill feelings in my heart. But baby, there can be some days when life has served me, instead of ice cream, sour cream. And it is not a tasteful clunk in my mouth. And I need somebody to show me kindness. I need somebody to say something nice to me. I'm not destitute to the point of jumping off the bridge, but baby, there's some days when I just don't want to get up. But one random act of kindness, just one. Don't complain negatively about somebody. You know, they did it. Okay, move on. That's an act of kindness. You choose to move on. Help somebody in need today. But I have to do my own. Help somebody in need today. Have you ever gone to the 7-Eleven or the McDonald's and the person ahead of you paid your bill? You know what I mean? Whether it was a cup of coffee, an apple pie, or a Big Mac and fries, someone showed kindness. They paid it forward. An act of kindness randomly. Does it matter? Yes, it does. You'd be surprised to the letters that I've gotten over the years from people who said, you know, it was just that one thing that you did, that one thing that you said. And I went home and I thought about it. I got in the car and I thought about it. And I flipped the script. Instead of allowing what someone had done to me to control me, I controlled myself by doing something nice, an act of kindness. Make a special effort not to snap today. Now, how many of us want to, you know, you did what? And we get that snap on us? Don't snap today. Let it roll. Tell the person that did it, have a great day. But you don't know what, it doesn't matter. Because a kind word can turn away wrath. That's what the ancient script says. Do your due diligence. You don't have to go and read a book. You don't have to study a sermon. A lady gave me this, Miss Lawton gave me a poem or writing for my celebration. I received the Coretta Scott King Award celebration. And she gave me a paper. I don't have it with me, but she said a sermon is better seen than it is taught. She would rather see a sermon any day instead of seeing someone stand up from the pulpit or stand up at a podium and give one. You know, when we drive down the street, we see on the back of these trucks, how's my driving? Some of them don't want you to really call the office and let them know how their driving is because they lose their job. But I'm going to create one that says, how's my smiling? Am I smiling on purpose today? Did I smile at you today? Did I say something nice to you today on purpose? Isn't because you look good, isn't because you smell good, isn't because you did anything good, but it's because I want to do good on purpose. Reach out and connect to two people who are very different from you today. And we don't have to look far, but on purpose. An act of kindness will produce a lifestyle of peace. Eleanor Roosevelt said, you have to work at it. You can't just believe it. You've got to believe in it. And then you've got to do it. You've got to commit to that act of peace, not violence. But I choose to walk in peace with my sisters and my brothers and people that I don't know and people that I don't like. I don't like everybody. Let's not get it twisted. Now, I'm sure that the love of God is in me for everybody, but I don't care for everybody's personality. I don't care for their ways. But I'll not create any harm to them. I'll not do anything that will cause them a lesser standard of life. I'll go out of my way particularly to say something nice and to smile. Choose life and celebrate on purpose. On purpose. You woke up this morning, great day. You know, back in the day, we used to have what we would call testimony service in church. And the mothers of the church would get up and they say, first, I give honor to God, who's the head of my life. And I thank him for waking me up this morning, closed in my right mind, with the use of my limbs, articulation of my speech, and the blood running freely through my veins. And then it says, I have a sound mind. I have a mind to do right. I have the mindset to make the difference. I have a mindset to walk in peace. Take time to listen to somebody who's sad or depressed. You know, oh my God, here's another Somebody Done Me Wrong song. They need to get it out. And it's toxic. You can release it. You don't have to carry it. But you're showing an act of kindness. You listened. The greatest asset in life that I have is that I'm a listener. I hear what you're saying. I see your body actions. And I know that you're hurting. And I don't have any advice. I'm just going to sit here and smile. And I'm going to listen. Your body language is screaming, but you need to get it out. But you don't know, Dr. V. No, baby, I don't know. But this I do know. It'll get better once you release it. And once you choose to do something about it yourself. Inwardly. I'm not broadcasting. I'm not coming against. I'm not in any political ring. But baby, the power is in you. The authority is in you. Ancient script says that the power of life and death is in the tongue. You can speak life or you can speak death. I choose life, and my actions match up with it. Please, thank you. Have a great day. May I help you? Is there anything I can do? I like your dress. Forgive me. I said the wrong thing at the wrong time. I won't do that again. Will you let me have another chance? Can we start over again? Hi, my name is Dr. V, and I just want you to know that I purposely live in peace. I purposely live in peace. I choose peace. And I've obtained it through random acts of kindness. You can do the same thing. So remember, when all else has failed, smile on purpose. Thank you for listening. This is Dr. V, and I will see you the next time at Table Talk with Dr. V.
Tune in every Monday at 12 noon for the Table Talk with Dr. V on Christian Life Radio and ChristianLifers.com.